Everybody, okay here, back at it again with another video, and today I wanted to talk about a character we haven't really seen in a while, and characters we haven't seen in a while in general, like a short little series. And the first character I definitely want to start with is our buddy Tien. What happened to Tien? Most people would say like he's not a bad character. Like most people, when they think of like bad characters in the game, they'll talk about like Jiren, or maybe Blue Vegeta, or maybe I don't know, maybe Videl, but most people don't mention necessarily Tien. Tien, most people think he's like okay, decent, passable, functionable, has a good role on teams. He existed a lot last year, especially too. Lots of teams, and I think this is probably the main reason why. I'll go back into it a little bit. Lots of teams had Tien as an anchor, and he was a pretty solid anchor last year. But let's like kind of just break down what I think kind of happened to him this year. So the obvious place to start would be the double super synergy. So this time he has a like a level 2 that he can do. The main change they did to supers in this patch compared to last year, I think is this that you do, right? Yeah, there it is. There's the level 2. So last year you were able to do like sequences where, let's say you had like Kid Buu, Cell, Vegeta, and you would do like Kid Buu level 1, Cell level 1, and then 2 Vegeta level 1s or something like that, and it would add a ton of damage, and people built teams around this. And of course, because supers are different, right? So Tien's was of course very good and viable, but let's bring Goku Black. Like you couldn't really do this very easily with Goku Black. So it really disproportionately benefited some characters. Examples of characters who could do this were, of course, Tien, Bardock, Cell, Vegeta, Kid Buu, 16 could kind of do it. Basically, you just needed a fast level 1, and if you had a longer level 1 of multiple hits, then you could set up this kind of like 4 level 1s, 5 level 1s, and do like a lot of damage. So in this version, to kind of discourage people from only picking characters who do that, they basically gave characters way more character solo combo functionality that does more damage. So the easy example would be like stuff you'd see with SSJ Goku here with like, let's say like these combos, like how you can extend with that move, you can extend with Bitatsu, you can extend with a lot of moves that you used to not be able to do. This actually hurt Tien a lot though, because for most people, they really picked him just for the ability to do damage, because he has a very, very, very high, I'm pretty sure it's the highest or the second highest level 1 in the game. So when you got hit by this, it was time. You took a lot of damage. Now as far as an assist, like he's still a functionable assist. So most people would use him as a kind of a defensive call here. Like he doesn't have a lot of block stun. You know, a lot of people are thinking mix, I need an assist that can let me mix, but you can do stuff with him. It's 20 frames, it's one hit. You know, you can set up some cute high-low situations with it. Of course, defensively and neutral, it's very good, and it does travel full screen, which is, so he has like a pretty decent assist, like a functionable beam assist. I feel like in today's game though, what people are more focused on, especially with like a lot of the snap teams people are running, like for example myself, I literally run a snap team, right? So I would not be able to use his assist very well because he doesn't give ground DRs. He does not give grounded Dragon Rush. This is what I get. Let's switch sides. Right? While it's easy to combo off of randomly because you pop up like that, you don't get grounded Dragon Rush. And there's some characters who actually do make good use of this with Snap, but generally you want the ground frame advantage, right? Generally you want this to get the plan started. So with that in mind, since they're both, like let's say SSJ Goku and Tien, they both have a similar, not the same, similar assist and similar playstyle, people tend to lead towards SSJ Goku, right? Looking at his toolkit too, like I said, him and Goku play pretty similarly. He is lacking the multi-hitting Ki Blast. He does have one. Just having one is definitely a good thing. He has Dodon Ray Vanish. He's got some unique tools of his own, right? Chaozu, and the armor. I always do this. The armor 4-frame move, which is super good on defense, good after blocking a Vanish, etc. He has a pretty standard Dragon Ball toolkit overall, which I think makes him kind of hard to stand out on his own. As far as like kind of downside, so outside of like not having a multi-hitting key blast, even though he has one, it's fine. So he kind of has like the Bardock style. Like I have one key blast, I can control space. He is a pretty. He doesn't look it, but he is like almost tall. Like he gets fuzzied by Piccolo, and he's like wide. So the wide thing can come up in kind of specific situations. There's some characters where they have like a type of mix-up. So Bardock has this, for example, where because of let's actually bring him in and show an example. Where is our good friend Bardock? I say as I pass him twice. Okay, so it's very common to see Bardock players do something like IDJM with land low, right? There's some characters where you can time the JM to hit and then connect the JL after. And there's some characters where you can't. Tien is kind of like big and wide. Despite not looking tall, he's kind of like big and wide, so you can actually do this on him. So a lot of characters kind of have like small little character specific things that work on him. There it is, right? Like for example, I'm pretty sure GT can do L orb into 2L on Tien, like stuff like that. Him being like so wide is kind of like a downside. So as far as like long-term functionality and today's teams that people play, since people basically like, there's only two types of anchors in the game, right? There's the type of anchor that just tries to hit you. There's the type of anchor that can't be hit. Tien is kind of weird because he's in the in-between. Like he can play pretty good standard neutral, right? Like he's kind of hard to hit, and he's got moves to hit you. Like he has a command grab, that's pretty good. He's got like overhead chop. I mean, he's got this. He's got EX chop, which is not a bad move by any stretch of the means, but I don't totally feel like he falls in one or the other, and his assist doesn't give what people generally want from their like space control assist, if that makes sense. Is not only just the ability to control full screen, but also extend combos in a way so like you can get snap or the situation you want, where Tien doesn't really do that. Tien, when you use his assist as combo filler, you're basically just like popping them up, right? That's the main thing you get with him. On top of that too, you have the other half, right, where they're characters where they will absolutely definitely hit you, that people play as anchors. This would be characters like Broly or Yamcha or something. Broly, command grab, of course. Yamcha, Wolfang Fist, they can hit you. Tien is not like outright going to hit you, and he doesn't really have like the main thing where, of course, his level 1 does mad damage, and his level 2 also does mad damage as well, but it's not the same as being able to fire like 2 shots. It just like does less. So overall, like the main reason why people play him has kind of been just taken away, lessened, and the way they made the rest of the cast overall as far as tools, especially like the solo character combo potential. Remember when after the patch people were like, wow, they really buffed Bardock because it's like his new combo extensions. Yeah, but other characters got that too, but it kind of like really hurts Tien. So despite him being okay, like I'd say he's like an A tier character, it's really, really hard to place him on a team unless you're specifically trying to make a team that's not meta, that does meta things. That's basically the main reason I would think of picking him at all. Hopefully this all makes sense. This character is really gone. Like, thinking about last year, probably like the super standouts would be like Chris G's Tien or like Apology Man's Tien. I believe the Kill Stage played Tien a little bit. All of the same function, mostly like control space with assist, does mad damage. Decent balance between hard to hit and can hit you. But in like today's game, it's much more refined, and he doesn't really like fit a specific role for what people want to do. So people don't really run him that much on a world-class level. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. and I will see you next time.